Hey YouTube, how you guys doing tonight? It is nighttime and I am in the shed. Got the bench all set up with the lights. You guys are shrunk down as far as I can go, but you guys can see how open it is. So there's the bench right there. I got, and you can see it's nighttime. I'll show you. See? It's nighttime. So this thing is awesome. So I can do some YouTube videos at night now. Check it out. Got my electronic station up top there for doing electrical. Got a couple of drill presses, little ones, some KE parts, all kinds of cool stuff. But anyway, let's get into tonight's video. Alright, got you guys in the stand, and I just want to say thank you guys for hanging out with me, and if you get a chance, please hit that subscribe button down below and the bell icon, and when I post a video, you will get the notification. So anyway, this has been a very big topic, and I want to address it, so I purposely stripped out the screw. This is a junk engine. I purposely stripped out that screw. I stripped out so bad that I can't use a screwdriver to untake it, take it out. Even a small one that fits in there further, it just spins. And I did so much damage to that screw. I even used a drill on it to make it nice and round. You can see right here, I just grinded the heck out of it. You can see the metal on there. So I did it on purpose to show you guys. A lot of times we see a screw like this and we panic. We freak out. Kevin, that thing is, oh my God, how do I get that screw out? And people tell you, cut it, drill it out, tap it. You don't need to do that. Now, I did this in the when I stripped this out purposely. I did it in the tightening fashion because I really wanted that screw to be wound in there, and it was already tight. I used this engine because that screw was a factory screw that's never been out before. So I wanted to do it on an engine that hasn't been touched. And for the sake of it, if we mess something up, who really gives a care, right? You know? So, excuse me, I do not have the coronavirus. I just want to say that. It's just a cough. But no, seriously. So I stripped it out on purpose to show you guys how we're going to take that out. Now, there's a few different screwdrivers I want to get into real quick. And the screwdrivers are what makes and breaks a repair, okay, when you're doing one on said screw. Now, all the screws that you're going to find on the covers, on the stator plate, all that type of stuff are number 3 Phillips, okay? They're PH3. So on most screwdrivers, they'll be written on there, you'll see right, PH2. Okay, let me see, make sure you guys can see that. That's kind of hard to see. Oh, that's crazy. See right there, it says PH2. Right there. Yep. PH2. So on the screwdriver, it'll say PH2 or PH3 or PH1. And that is literally the tip size. So they have 1, 2, and then you see the big one is 3. Okay? The 3 is what you're going to use on your bikes. Never use a number 2. If you use a number 1 or a number 2 to take apart your bike, you are doing it wrong, and that is going to happen. Okay? So, first off, you need a number 3. Always use a number 3 on that. Unless it's a little sensor screw that you can tell by comparison. You know, a number 2 would be for like a little screw like this. You know? But for everything else, it's a number 3. Alright, so now that we have a stripped out screw, Kevin, how do you get that out? I'm going to show you guys that. There are many tools you can use to get that out. The one we're going to use is this cheap tool. When I say cheap, you can get this at any auto parts store, and they're under 20 bucks. Okay? And this is the whole kit. This is called an impact driver kit. Okay? This is the impact driver. It has a forward and reverse. So what you're going to do is, see right here, you can twist this. Now it's in the tightening, and then you squeeze it and you pull it back the other way. It's in the loosening. It comes with some Phillips bits. You can tell by the wear on this one that this one just worn out. I've used it severely. And there's the big number 3 one that we use. Okay? So typically what I do is I put this on here. And I'll take my hammer. I'm using a ball peen. Don't be bashful if you have a claw hammer. It don't matter. So anyway, you can see these are all stripped out. I'm putting pressure on them. I'm going to strip it out a little bit more. Tighten this in, and I'm just going to wind this way. Let's get it so there's nothing in there. Yeah, look at that, huh? Strip that thing right out. Look at that. There's no gription. Okay? None. We're going to take the bit. We're going to stick it inside the driver, just like so. Set it into here like so, and we can whack it with a hammer. Like that. Okay? The other thing you can use is if you have an old, whatchamacallit there, an old extension you're not using. You can see this one here has been peened over. You can use that. You can use that to tap on it as well. But what's going to work is impact. Okay? You want to smash that bolt. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be intimidated by it. Okay? It's easy enough to do. Just, if you can tip the motor on its side, that helps it out. But if you can't, don't worry about it. But for this video, we're going to tip it outside because it's easy to do on this case. Okay, just like so. Make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, I got it on the side. Just going to push this on here like this. You're going to go into where you can slightly feel it, grab, and whack it. Whack it. Okay? Then I'm going to use my impact driver. Put that on there. I'm going to hold it in the loosening position. Like nothing ever happened. Okay, so don't be intimidated by a bolt that is stripped out. And you can do this for the magneto plate and everything. Just give it a good... Figure out where this screw just sits in. Right there. Pound it. Give it a good couple of crisp blank shots. Okay? Now we're going to do something else. We're going to wind that back in. Because I'm not done. I'm going to show you guys another technique. Okay, now strip that out again. Good. Make sure it's stripped out. Oh yeah, it's stripped out. It ain't coming out. Okay, so I just wound that bolt back in. I mean, I wound it in good. Okay, I gave it right to it. Now, it's so stripped out that even the head of the bolt won't fit into it. You take this right here. This is your old beat up extension. Don't use the 190 kit. Save your old junk stuff. Okay? So, picture the head of the bolt. See how the head of the screw is kind of a square? Okay? You're going to make a square. Then, after you make the square, so what I do is I closed in, you know how it's all stripped out? I basically closed it out. I peened it over till it closed up. Set this right back into right here. It's just slipping around it. Don't be intimidated. Take this back off here. Put this back on. Voila. It's that simple. See how I peened it over? I made the whole little, I made the square smaller so that the bit can actually grab it and drive it out. So those are a couple of tips that I use to take them out. Now, let's get back into this. Okay, so we have the screw out. I showed you two different techniques using the impact driver. Okay, I'm going to show you guys another one. Say you don't have an impact driver. Don't have it. Okay, I want to take this case apart, but I'm not sure how to do it. Okay, so here's what you can do. We're going to pick any one of these screws. None of these screws have been out before. You can see, actually you can see this, the paint has not been touched. Okay, we'll pick that screw right there. Okay, we're going to pick that one. So you guys set back down here. Oh, no, that's not going to work. Switch it like this. Okay, well, that's the screw right there we're going to pick. We're going to pick that one. All right, we're going to take our screwdriver, our number 3. Phillips 3. Let me get that metal off there real quick. Get a rag. Okay, so now we're going to take out that screw. I know that that screw has never been out before. I know that if I put my screwdriver on there and try to twist this out, it is literally going to strip it out. I've already stripped out the other ones. This one's going to be no different. Okay? So how do you get that screw out without damaging the screw and without an impact driver? Okay? I'll show you. I'll move you guys back here and focus you in. There we go. Something like that. There we go. Like that. Okay. All right. So we got you in place. So we're going to take a hammer. I'm using my ball peen, but you don't have to. Like I said, you can use a claw hammer. And I'm using my number 3 Phillips. I'm going to put that screwdriver right on there like that. I'm going to give the end of the hammer, the end of the screwdriver, a couple of really good whacks. And then voila. No damage to the screw. It broke it free. So hopefully that right there, those techniques help you out. If you guys have a chance to get a Milwaukee M12, and I am not sponsored by them, this is a little bit money. You know, it's a little bit of money. It's the fuel. Tells you how much battery life. I have a number 3 bit in there. And the nice thing about this, not trying to make anybody jealous, but check this out. 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 Stripped. Out. Isn't that cool? This one's clearly never been out. Like nothing. M12 with a number 3 bit. Okay? When you've been doing these as long as I have, you learn some techniques. You know what I mean? So, I wanted to show you guys all that type of stuff. Okay, so now for the next part of the video. I wanted to talk to you guys because I get a lot of questions about tools. Kevin, I'm new at this. I've been working on my bike. I've been watching your videos. Thank you very much for posting them. What do I need to get started? Where do I start? Do I need snap-on tools? Do I need Mac tools? Do I need Milwaukee tools? No, you don't. You don't need anything like that. I'm going to tell you guys what you need to start out. Remember, doing things properly is what we're about. And making sure that you guys and I, because we're all family here, we're in this together. So I want to show you guys what you need. First thing you need, before you even look at your bike, the first thing you need, bam! Manuals. Get the manual for your bike. This is a Haynes manual for the Kawasaki KC, KE, and KH. It also covers KM, believe it or not, and KDs. All right, the same stuff is in there. So, where is it? Boom, boom, boom. UPC code. Well, I'm just going to put the UPC code. I don't say. Oh, here it is. There's the number right there for the book. 1371. I got to focus in my thing. It's 1371 is the book number for this, for the Haynes. Go right online and get one. eBay. Or the Climber one. This does a whole bunch more bikes from 80cc to 350cc rotary valves. And the number for that one is the M350-9. Must have. Either one. You don't need both. I have both, but you don't need both. Okay, so now we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of what you need. Okay? You need the following tools. I'm actually going to put those together for you real quick, and then I'm going to go through them. I think that's the best way to do it. Alright. So, you're probably expecting a whole lot more, weren't you? Okay. So, let's go with this. You're going to need a wrench set. I only use 2 wrenches. I use more than 2 wrenches. Just, these symbolize a wrench set. A metric wrench set. You're going to need yourself one of these. An impact driver. This one right here is made by KD Tools. Part number 1140. This thing right here was $15 at the auto parts store. A good quality number 3 screwdriver. A hammer of any sort as long as it's got a metal head to it. Don't want to hit that with a rubber mallet. You'll get nowhere. This is a flywheel removal tool. These things go for about $15 to $20 on eBay. Mine does both sizes. You don't need that. You need the big size. Doesn't really matter. But I would get the one that has both sides. It doesn't matter. Both sides I think was the same price. A piston stop. If you don't have one of these, not a big deal. Get yourself a clean piece of rope. Put it in the cylinder. I showed that on one of my other videos, removing a flywheel. You can watch that video, and that right there will show you, it says how to remove a flywheel. It shows you the other technique if you don't have a piston stop to remove your flywheel. To stop the piston from moving. A set of failure gauges. You're going to need these right here for your points ignition if you have earlier than 1996. You're going to need a metric set of sockets. It doesn't have to be Mac. It doesn't even have to be Impact. Okay, you can get them over at Harbor Freight. You can get, what do you call it there? They can say Stanley on them. It doesn't matter as long as they're metric. And you're going to need deep as well. These are shallow. Shallow and deep. Don't matter. A ratchet to turn those. A torque wrench to properly tighten your nuts, bolts, or whatever else you're tightening on there. And this is right here. You don't have to get this. Is a Craftsman. Okay. I went a little cheaper on this one because, well, it's got everything I need for doing all the different bikes. But this is called a compression gauge. And this will tell you the integrity of your engine. Remember, 120 PSI or better is considered good. Anything below that, you've got some problems. And that, my friends, is what I have for you tonight, and I hope you find this video very helpful. This video right here was asked about, and I was talking to some people on the forums, and I wanted to get this video out here because there's a lot of stuff. A lot of people are having a hard time removing screws, and it's intimidating. And I want you to know that I understand what you're saying, and there's a lot of people who would say, oh, drill it out and tap it. No, you don't need to go that route. You don't. It doesn't have to go that route. Patience and experience. And if you have the patience but not the experience, watch this video. It's going to help you out a lot. Once again, please subscribe. Please hit the notification bell. And leave a comment down below. Thank you guys, and I will talk to you later. I'm out.